As temperatures continued to drop this past week, workers at the L&M Company just east of Palatka in Putnam County were scrambling to pick and pack up the latest cabbage crop. Nicholas Cruz has worked for L&M for 10 years.
This year is it's not good year. It's too dry, too cold. It's not very much product this year. And cold weather is just take a while for make crop.
Just east of L&M on Highway 207 is the County Line produce business. Despite the cold weather, produce worker Missy Thomas says they've done a brisk business.
Well, everybody's coming in here saying how cold it is, but they're wanting hot vegetable soup when they get home.
County Line produces and sells a wide variety of vegetables.
We're growing cabbage, Napa cabbage, broccoli, cauliflower, beets, Brussels sprouts, greens.
Several nights of temperatures in the 20s had the owners of County Line produce worried, but Thomas says so far it looks like most of their winter vegetables are faring better than during last year's freezes.
We just lost our beans, and of course the cabbage has been scorched a little bit, but not enough to hurt us any. Last year was worse, way worse. By the things that we've seen, that we've had a pretty crop this year. We've not lost much anything.
Thomas describes how when temperatures dip into the teens or lower 20s and then goes up and then down again, it can take a big toll on vegetables in the field.
It just ruins, and we'll have to shut down because a lot of times after that it'll start warming up, and then that's when it all starts taking effect. When the weather starts changing, then it shocks the vegetables, and then it's a big mess. It's a matter of 8 hours or more. The farmers through the years have noticed that it takes about 8 hours or more for it to be below freezing before it starts to affect the crops.
Unfortunately, she says there's not much any grower can do to save a huge field when Mother Nature sends the unseasonably cold weather.
No, we just let nature take its course and hope for the best, and we just let it happen.
What's been tougher for growers this past year hasn't been the freezes, says Thomas, but the lack of rainfall.
A little bit, yeah, but the owner here, he waters, he keeps it going. He does a lot of farm work all day long. Like, yes, the drought has affected us, but he stays on it. He's steady watering. It's a 24-hour job. He's steady, got to keep watch on it. Steady watch everything, make sure everything's growing good, watered good, and it's a steady process.
Charles Perry makes his living driving trucks. On Thursday, he was anxiously awaiting for his truck to get filled up with boxes of cabbage headed to market.
Oh, yeah, I am. As far as the driver, yeah, I'm in a hurry because I got to be in Georgia and make 2 stops and be in Macon by 3 a.m. So, any produce, you have to get it as fast as you can from the crop to the grocery. So that's with any perishables. Yes, you don't want it to freeze. You're talking about a whole truckload of, a grocery store could refuse it because it's been, it took it froze or whatever. So there's always a hurry in produce.
Perry says the 2 major snow and ice storms that hit the Midwest, the South, and the Northeast have made driving conditions a bit treacherous for truckers.
When we're trying to get loaded with any type of load we're taking, we'd like to drive during the day while the weather, like the sun might heat up the roads during the day, and then it freezes over at night. But we're mostly driving at night. And you're talking about Buffalo, New York, Pennsylvania, all at West Virginia, and it's nothing but mountain states. So, you're up and down those mountains, and it's pretty scary. You just take it as slow as possible, but there's no driving on ice. Snow, as a trucker, we don't mind the snow because you can get a little traction and go ahead and go. But ice, there's just no traction or snow chains or whatever that's going to help you with ice.
Perry had some tough criticism for Georgia officials for their lack of highway preparation for winter storms.
They know it's coming every year, so try and plan on some sand and some salt, especially in a major city like that, like Atlanta. So, you know it was coming, so why would you allow your city to be shut down like that for a little bit of ice? A few years ago was another ice storm, so didn't you prepare from the last time?
Growers across the state have experienced some of the coldest weather of the season during the last month, and they know all too well that winter isn't over for several more weeks. Reporting for 89.1 WUFT-FM, I'm Donna Green Townsend.